I was thinking about how in the workplace to build trust, which is a fundamental and profound point between executives, co-workers, staff, key people in the strategy of a corporational environment. And there are five to six points that I wanted to cover. One is trust is built when the words that you speak are congruent with the actions that you take. Means that if I say, okay, we're going to go a certain direction, the actions that precede that need to demonstrate that, okay, what he said and what he did is predictable, breeds trust. Second is integrity. What does integrity mean? It means that your values and your what you hold important in a corporation are communicated, and that you're always coming from that place of integrity. Like, I believe that everyone should express themselves. Well, if you say that, then that's a value that you hold dear, and then people will look at the actions. How congruent are those actions with his values, with his actions? Second point. Third is communication. Communication is so important. Is it clear? Is it kind? Is it without hesitation? Is it rehearsed, or is it natural? So everybody listens to the words, but they also hear the vibrations behind those words. So if your words are sincere, authentic, and translate to your actions, then your communication will be well received. Next point is transparency. If you have nothing to hide, your transparency should translate so that people can see. When they see transparency, it builds trust. When they hear communication that's effectively reflecting your values, it builds trust. When your words and your actions are consistent, it builds trust. Transparency just allows people to see it in action. The next thing is the emotions or the energetics of your communication. And the question is, are you grounded? When you're a leader in your company, what they want to do is they want to experience inspiration, passion, but they also want that person to be grounded in their approach, grounded in their communication, grounded in their messaging, grounded in their thought processes. Because when somebody's grounded, there's a certain level of trust. How many of us have had bosses where they had great ideas, but they were emotionally fly off the handle often, take out their anger on other people, express negative emotions too often? Those are people that are not grounded. And it really adds disturbance in the workforce. And executives need to own that. If you're not grounded, well, you need to understand how to get back to groundedness. How do you get back to balance? The next one is, which is a reflection of that, is how much security you feel within yourself. How confident you are about your values. How confident you are about your beliefs. How confident you are about your ability to communicate in a constructive way, in a calm way, in a very thoughtful way. Those are things that people pick up on in the workplace. Last point is, it's a very important point that your mindset of survival versus thriving. Now, that's a really critical concept, because if an executive is in survival mode, where he knows that his head is on the chopping block if he doesn't perform, that vibration will translate in the workplace. If you look at your position from a standpoint of abundance, prosperity, authenticity, thriving, growing, expansion, then everyone will feel that. Everyone will experience that to the degree that as a leader, what you're putting out is as important as the strategy and the methodology, because that is when people will follow, cooperate, will recognize the mission and the goals stated by a leader. What we try to do here is very simple: create clarity, check your energetics, understand your environment, and above all, implement in a positive, clear way so that you can gain mastery in the workplace and in every situation that you come up with. Thanks a lot for joining me here. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next podcast.